What's up, guys? Ryan Wilson here from Predator Inc. And I've got a really cool truck with a lot of history with us. This is a 1995 H1 Hummer. We built this truck for a family that's in Arizona a number of years ago, maybe 5-6 years ago. It's a Cummins build with an Allison transmission. Beautiful build. Many years ago, we did the stretch seating on it. After a few years, the family decided to sell the truck. So we brought it back here, we did a bunch of upgrades, a bunch of maintenance too over the years, going back and forth from Arizona to us. Finally they decided to sell it and shipped it back to us. We went ahead and did a bunch of cleanup work on it, made sure everything was topped off, ready to go, full inspection, put it up for sale, and a new family bought it. So kind of a cool story here, the new family, the husband's a rad. So Jason and his family own and operate this massive RV facility. They've got restaurants in Colorado. He bought this for his wife. He also happens to have an off-road Jeep rental business for like adventure tours. So he's got these Jeeps and his wife's like, I need a big vehicle to travel back and forth from our facility here into town. I'm thinking about this Jeep Grand Wagoneer. So they went and took a look at it like, no, this just isn't right for us. And so he called us up and said, hey, Ryan, I'm thinking about this truck. What do you think about it? So we went back and forth, decided to buy it. So he bought it for his family and specifically for his wife. And his wife has no idea that he bought this beautiful truck for her. But on top of that, he went a step further and literally invested a tremendous amount into a full refurbishment of the truck, full rebuild, to the extent of new paint job on the truck to clean everything up, new fender flares, changed out the original Generation 1 D-ring brush guard, which is a beautiful brush guard, but the Generation 2 is just that much better. So he replaced that one, Viper front winch bumper on here. He's got a massive RV trailer, toter homes. So we set up these tow points up here, brake controllers on here, like on and on. So I'll give you a full walkthrough. But the cool thing about it is he and his family are coming out right now with the RV. His original plan was to tow this vehicle around behind his RV. He decided halfway through the build process, it kept getting bigger and better and more dialed. He's like, you know what? I don't want to tow this thing behind my truck and flat tow it. He's like, I'm just gonna look around and find a massive trailer to put it on. So he ended up buying a trailer up in LA. He's gonna go pick that up this coming week. But he's on his way out here to surprise his wife and show her her new vehicle. So it's a pretty cool story. He's gonna be here on Monday. We just got it all wrapped up. We've got a big bow that we're gonna put on the top of it, which is really cool. So I'm really excited for them to see it, especially her. So she has no idea, and he's like, I can't believe this, Ryan, but I kept it a secret this entire time. So I'll give you a quick walkthrough on the outside and the inside, and then we'll release it to them in a couple days. So I can't wait to see your face. So let's do a quick walk around. First thing is we've got our Generation 2 D-ring brush guard. We did a couple changes. First one is this structure up here is a lot bigger in diameter. So it's more fitting than the original one. This was a smaller bar up here. A little bit stronger, beefier look to it, and it is truly stronger with the oversized tubes up here. But we also take a look down here. We did the American flag engraved in here. Super clean on both sides. So the end caps have those American flags built into it. Just like our Generation 1, we also had the billet steel upper mounts up here that are engraved with the Predator name on there. So really clean overall. New paint job on the truck. Then we've got our light bar up here. That was already on the truck. Something that we spent a lot of time on going back and forth was wheel fitment. And I know a lot of you guys out there question, should I go to 40s? Do I want to go to 40s? Typically 38s are amazing. I went through this with Jason. My go-to is a 38. You really wanted to do a 40. And there is a way to put 40s on here effectively and have them clear everything, but it takes a bit of finesse and a bit of suspension tuning. So we went back and forth and he's like, you know what? I'll just go with the 38s. I was like, no, we're gonna do 40s for you because I can tell in the tone of your voice you really want to have 40s. So let's just do it. He's like, all right, cool, let's do it. So we put 40s on here. The process took a little bit of time. We ended up going back and forth with the different springs on here, just making sure that we get something that has a little bit oversized springs. We have to take into consideration because we don't want to give them too much of a hard ride. It is a Cummins, so it is heavier than a Duramax and is way heavier than a 6.5 turbo diesel. So we got the right spring rate. I think we went with 2,000 pound rated springs as well as increased spring height up in the front end. It worked out perfect because we have all the clearance that we need for full articulation, which worked out very well. We also went with our forged one-piece wheels, all custom built just for him. Coming to the back end of the truck, we also did the same thing back here. So we got the front end set, going through all that, it's dialed, came back to the back end, and we're like, okay, now we need to tune the back end. The factory rear springs are heavy duty springs. You really don't want to go oversized too much over what was on here originally, but we had to get a little bit more clearance back here. The front end was now sitting up a little bit higher than the back end. So we went with our spring spacer here and shaved it down to, I think it's like a 1/4 inch or so, just to give it a little more height, and it was a perfect fitment. Look at the profile of this truck. The clearances are dead on, front to back. Very, very well-statured vehicle. And then I'm 5'11". If you look at this truck, it's massive. So proportionally, it looks perfect for an H1 Hummer. You get into the 37s, trucks sit a lot lower. It doesn't have that proportional feel to it, so that's why a lot of people want to go to 38s or 40s. We also got it all laser aligned. Tommy over there did a laser alignment with our new machine back here. And then coming to the back end, we have our search and rescue rear winch bumper, the ladder system back here, the light bar up here, the tire carrier over here. We did a really cool system here where you actually have the CTIS line on here, which is literally overkill, but for a build like this, it all comes down to the fit and finish and details. So you could just put a standard valve stem in here and save a couple $100, or you can go the direction Jason did and go above and beyond in every step of the process and include a CTIS line on here, as well as like a secure holder right up here. Right here, and it is capped off right here. So this tire has full air pressure in it. It has air pressure through the CTIS line. It's ready to go. Spent a lot of time on welding up this back end of it, so it's all closed off in there. On the back end of the search and rescue tire carrier, normally we don't have integrated lights for them. We have our Gen 2 tail lights over here, floodlights over here. These are the Halo running lights and floodlights. These are from Rigid, and then we machine out these custom housings here. Super, super trick. I really like these guys. So when you turn on the lights, you get this really cool halo effect here. That's gonna be red in the back, amber in the front, and then that center area is a floodlight. So this has a lot of light. Oftentimes too much light. Let's say you're getting attacked by a bear, which happens all the time in Colorado. Apparently, I'm from Southern California. I don't know all the facts about bear attacks out there, but I think it's a pretty big problem. So, being attacked by a bear, you hit these lights. If you're not being attacked by a bear, you're just having a beer with your friends and family or co-workers, you use these lights. It puts out a really nice subtle floodlight pattern down here, super low. It floods out your camping spots, and then if bears do attack, you hit up these lights and you're good to go. Then coming down the side, we've got our fuel doors. We did a custom fuel door here. If you look at this guy, you'll notice that the fuel door is reversed, right? Normally it hinges up here, like over here. So take a look at the aux tank. It hinges on the front side. That's standard. This is fully custom for him. The reason for it is because we have stretch seating. So the back bulkhead goes right through here, and his fill tube is here. So we needed to create this door that opens up like this, and then you can fill it this way at a little bit of an angle. And I'll get into the inside in just a second. Just do a quick walk around here. We've got our rocker panel protection. These are the step rocker panel protection. This angular design is really, really instrumental for keeping the passengers safe, because this is just all aluminum bodywork. The standard rocker panel protection is just aluminum, unless you're lucky and you have steel ones, but still, it's just a 90-degree bent piece of steel, where this has that structural 90-degree angle here, and you've got that angular design. Gives you a lot of structure and a lot of security as far as like a side impact. So yes, rocker panel protection for off-roading, but more importantly, in my opinion, is just security for your family. If you get a side impact, someone's not paying attention, it hits you. Can't see how it'd be possible in such a massive truck, but I guess it could happen. Overall, a beautiful truck. I'd say, let's jump on the inside. I'll show you around the inside. Okay, so we are on the inside of the truck. Obviously, it is nothing like an H1 Hummer, right? Previous owner asked for just the stretch seating. And what that entails is taking that bulkhead back here and moving it about 8 inches back. Normally it sits right here, and this whole seat sits right about here. So your legroom is maybe 8 inches. Now I've got maybe 18 inches or so of legroom. A lot of legroom in here. I'll jump in really quick and kind of show you how much legroom we have. But I mean, this is more comfortable than the front seat over there. And this seat is all the way back. I shouldn't say it's all the way back. It's just about all the way back, as I was just driving it a minute ago. And there's like one more notch it can come back, but otherwise, look at all this legroom. Really nice. Secondarily, the biggest upgrade in here is the 6-passenger seating. So what we've done here is we've created this whole compartment in here. We've removed about a foot or so of cargo space in the back, dropped this down, redesigned the fuel tank, and cut out this whole area in here. So now the truck can effectively carry 6 grown adults comfortably, which is unheard of until now. You've got a lot of access by doing the 6-passenger seating as well as the stretch seating. You can easily climb in here and then access the rear seat. So I'm back here and it's comfortable. I've got a lot of room in the center area. If I was a kid, I mean, this would be my seat because I've got the captain's chair to the world. I can see everything through the front 2 windshields. And then I'm sitting up a little bit higher, a ton of room. Now, if you're like 6'3" or so, I would say I've got about 2 inches or so. I'd say over 6'1". This seating position wouldn't work. So what I'd have to do is drop this seat back just a little bit. But once I drop it back, super comfortable. Talking to Jason, he's like, hey, I've got kids, this is what I'm gonna do. We went back and forth with the family dynamics, and we determined that we needed to do some auxiliary outputs. So we have auxiliary outputs up here so the kids can charge their phone. We also did a new cup holder. It's all billet aluminum. Comes up a little bit higher than the original one. Way more effective on holding your cups in place. But I was talking to him and I was like, you know what, Jason? You got 2 cords going across here, and I'm a kid and I'm gonna go across there. I'm gonna rip it out and the other kid's gonna end up fighting. So why don't we add a couple more USB access points? So we added USB access points on either side. So right over here, as well as right here. I probably can't see it, but now each kid can sit here with their tablet or whatever they're doing, and they have charging points right here so that you don't have any wires going across here that could cause a fight with kids. We also have the search and rescue fender well racks back here, so you can load up a ton of cargo. You can also drop these guys down. So now you have almost a flat area coming all the way back here. Sorry, we got a bunch of the old gear that was in the truck that's going back to Jason. And it comes up, and there's a couple armrests that come down here. So very, very clean installation, very well thought out. I mean, this has been in the works for, shoot, we've been doing it for like 6 years, just refining it better and better, and we're to the point now where it's dialed. I love the 6-passenger seating, especially if you have a family. And honestly, you and the boys, and you can grab all your buddies, head out to Vegas if you're in Southern California or wherever you're at. Anywhere in the States, you could jump in this truck and literally drive it across to Vegas if you wanted to for a guy's weekend. You've got a lot of room in here. So yeah, great system, especially if you have a larger family, a larger crew. We also ended up putting in a custom aluminum pan here, and this pan is removable. It also has this rubberized floor mat, so it can hold a bunch of mud and snow, whatever Jason's going through, or whatever the kids bring in Colorado. So really cool system here. Now these were the original seats that we did 5-6 years ago. Perfect shape. And then we created the new seats here, which are different design. These are actually the AM General H1 factory seats. You'll see and you'll notice that they're quite a bit different. Very precise stitching here. We refoamed the entire headrest, the bolsters here, the back here. These are in essence new seats, like everything about it. We also square off the corners here. Just feel it's a more fitting design for the H1 Hummer. The original seats have a very blown out radius here and it kind of squishes down a lot. We put a lot of firm foam right in this area here as well as here, so it kind of holds you in place. The back seats are a little bit different because we do need some folding seats and very narrow seats. So these guys fold down out of the way and stay very low, which is really nice. And they also recline, which is really important if you're over 6 foot. You can still sit back and you're comfortable. We also have the Alpha Dash in here. Just a really nice design overall. We did a whole black on Alcantara. Everything's black on black with blue stitching in here. Square pleating on the center inserts as well as the doors, and I mean everything that we could have replaced and made nicer and cleaner we did, even coming down to details like the armrests, billet aluminum armrests, matching black leather that matches these door panels here. Why don't we jump in the front seat and I'll show you the front end here. So we're in the front of the truck. We've got the Alpha dash, as you can see, Momo steering wheel, all new gauges across here. We even went as far as all brand new switches. So super rare to see switches that look this good, and it's because they're all brand new. We've got the Banks Dash IQ system here, so it gives him full monitoring on the engine as he's driving along. You can tow pretty much whatever he wants with this thing and have no problems monitoring the engine. Got your CTIS gauge, the seat heater over here. We've got a little bass knob here so he can kind of tone down the bass if he wants to. Then over here, we've got the upgraded HVAC system, USB ports here, as well as on the other side, the Alpine Halo, 11-inch screen here. Down here, we have Switch Pros, so you can control all the lights on his truck. Really clean design, solid state, beautiful. Up here, we've got the Wolf box. Turn that guy on for you. Hold on one second. Along with that, we literally went through everything on this truck. We did all new front and rear differentials, half shafts, everything. Like fuel tanks is new, on and on. So we've got the Wolf box up here. Now that ties into a dash recording system. As you can see, it's recording up there. Really nice system. You see the back end. You can see the front low, and there's the back. I'm also a big fan of the Alpine Halo system. Just a very functional system. Back in the day, a lot of the stereos, they're missing quite a bit, like functionality. It's like you hit a button and it doesn't switch. Hit it again, all of a sudden it locks up and it's not working. So the Alpine system just runs flawless. I really, really like it. That is about it. Absolutely beautiful truck. Let me turn on the lights. Just the driving lights, and you can see the little halos here. It's a beautiful truck. Happy to see it go. Oh, I got one more surprise too for Jason's wife. We got her a bow for it, so. Actually, I haven't pulled it out yet. So let's get this bow on here. Oh yeah, that's gonna be perfect. So let me get this out. Dude, that's pretty sick, huh? Imagine you show up for a family vacation and you have no idea, and your significant other goes, hey, this is for you. This is pretty cool.
What do you think, Thomas?
Ryan got me a Hummer.
Oh.
Congratulations, Tommy. I appreciate you guys watching. I promised 2 vlogs ago that more vlogs are coming on a regular basis. I apologize, but they are. I promise you. I'm gonna focus on my job. I got yelled at by Tommy a couple days ago. And today too, for not putting out enough vlogs. They're coming, guys. I appreciate, as always, you guys watching. Thank you. See you guys soon.